Good afternoon, diners, and it is a special day today. It is a holy day, even, for the cooking zone. Today is the day of the first barbecue of the season. The temperature has warmed up outside to a balmy 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's beautiful and sunny outside, and I am going to do a traditional style barbecue that I have done for myself basically since I returned from Brazil at the age of 10, and used to cook them on my hibachi in the backyard, which was really kind of a postage stamp of my house in Flushing, Queens of New York City, and where I made many a barbecue and refined my early cooking skills. All right, so there will be one modification to the traditional style here, which you will find out about in due time. But until that time comes, which is when we go outside, I'll leave you wondering what the hell I'm talking about, right? It's a teaser. Okay, so what goes into my traditional barbecue? Well, first of all, a baked potato, okay, done on the grill. And this one's already wrapped up. I think I don't have to demonstrate for you how you wrap up a potato in foil, okay? I mean, if you don't know how to do that, I have no doubt you voted for Donald Trump. Okay. Then, I love, as we all know, fungi, mushrooms, with my steak. And so, we're having a good number of mushrooms with this steak. And this is probably more mushrooms than I will eat with this steak, because it's not a huge steak, although it's a very nice one. But, you know, if there's some leftover mushrooms, it's not a big fucking deal, because I eat them with other things. Or I make another steak on another day, and the mushrooms are still good. You know, you put them in the fridge, and they're fine. A couple of days, anyway. I wouldn't keep them that long. Okay. So the mushrooms are in there, and then with the mushrooms cooking, we're going to need butter, plenty of it. Okay, those are some nice sized patties there, right? And then we're going to need some garlic, because we want to keep away the zombies. And that's probably enough. Okay, and I didn't chop my own garlic this time. I'm using it out of the jar, and no, it's fine. Although fresh garlic is better. And we do have, though, fresh chopped rosemary. Does that look good or what? And that'll give it a little nice aromatics in there for your mushrooms. And then we're gonna wrap this guy up nice and tight, and to ensure against a hole getting in here or leakage and so forth, we are going to drop this guy onto, let me get it out of here. And you hear the clanging? Our famous quiche pie plate, which I'm still using. This is about the 5th or 6th recipe I've used it in. So now, if the aluminum foil container breaks, the butter and stuff will just flow into there, and it won't drip down into my barbecue grill. Okay, so that's good. So we've got our potato, and we've got our mushrooms. Steak and potatoes and mushrooms. You can't ask for more than that. I'm not even going to add a green vegetable, although sometimes I would, but not today. And what is our choice of steak? Well, there can be only one. Ribeye. Ah, look at that baby. Is that nicely marbled? Nice fat, nice rib cap? That is a ribeye. Okay? A ribeye to kill for. A little skinnier than I would like, but still good because I got it on sale. And also, not only did I get it on sale, you'll note that it's in a vacuum sealed bag. This is a rather ancient ribeye. It's at least 5 years old. Been in my freezer quite some time. Pulled it out of the preps, and we're going to see how I do with a 5-year-old ribeye. I recently did, I don't know if I've aired it yet, a sous vide cook of filet mignon that was probably 3 to 5 years old. But this is the first time I'm trying a barbecue with a steak that old. Okay, so let's cut it out of the bag. Okay. Actually, let me use a different knife. Let's use a razor knife. That worked a little nicer, easier. And you notice I'm using a plastic cutting board here. You know, when you got juicy meats and fish and stuff like that, probably not a grand idea to do it on a wood cutting board, because you end up with the stuff soaking into the cutting board and bacteria growing and stuff like that, and you know, it's just not good for you. Okay, so work with plastic, or you can layer plastic. You can use some saran wrap or something over your wood cutting board, and you know, fend off the bacteria. They're out to get you. All right, so it is out of the bag, and it looks pretty good for 5 years in the freezer. That's a long time to be in the deep freeze. And we got to season it up, and I got to rinse my hand first. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. And I am not going to season this with a whole lot. It's going to get just the basics. Fresh ground black pepper. And fresh ground sea salt. And we'll flip it over and do it again. Oh, that side I really like the way that looks. Okay. Pepper. And sea salt. Now, you know, since it's the first barbecue of the season, I'm being a purist here. But you know, I do have some dry rubs that I like to use on my steaks too. And nothing against a dry rub, at least if it's a good one. So, you know, feel free on your first barbecue of the season. If you like dry rub, add dry rub. I will add some barbecue sauce once I'm out there on the grill. And That's again not being absolutely purist. So, all right. We've got our mushrooms ready. We've got our potato ready. Our steak is ready. And now it's time to get outside. Yeah, there is a great outside. I've been holed up here in this cave all winter. And had several fits of cabin fever and otherwise general insanity as collapse progressed. But I'm okay now. And I'm going to go out there and cook in the outdoor kitchen. I'll see you there. All right, greetings, diners, and welcome to the great outdoors of Alaska. We're here on my back porch, and we're having the first barbecue of the season. And got my trusty barbecue all warmed up, ready to go. And you might notice something about it. It's got a wire sticking out in front of it. What the heck is that about? Well, gang, this is an electric barbecue to go with all our other electric bug out gear. And, a lot of people have told me over the years, well, first it was with propane. You just can't get the same flavor from propane that you get from charcoal. Or you can't get the same flavor from charcoal that you get from wood. And so forth. I kind of believed it. But I've had this since last year, and I experimented around with it a lot. And if you notice, it's smoking to beat the band here. And that's because I've got smoker chips inside. And so that gives me that flavor, that smoky flavor. And let's open it up. And it's a little the worse for wear. Ooh, look at all that smoke. You see what I mean? I'm missing one of the hinge posts there. I don't know what the fuck happened to that. Came out somewhere along the line. And this thing also sat outside all winter and getting a little rust and whatnot. But it came in pretty cheap. And I think I paid $50 for it. Okay? And it's smoking up good and so forth and so on. And it also has a temperature gauge on it, which is about as accurate as the one on the fucking hot plate. And first to go in is going to be, and I'll keep these out for a while, is the baked potato. Okay, and you know what? I think I'll stick the baked potato right over the coals. And that's going to take a while. Okay? So it's going to be in there, and I'm going to cut off the bit. It's going to be in there for a while before the steak goes on. And before the mushrooms go on. Because mushrooms take less time than the potato, and the steak takes less time than the mushrooms. And I want everything to come out together, to plate up, and go eat. And, if I really was doing things right, I would have a table set up out here, but that was too much of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to eat back at the back inside. In terms of temperature outside today, it's a little cooler than I initially thought. If I point my handy dandy infrared thermometer at the pavement, I'm reading right now 39 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. Can you see that? Okay. So I said it was about 45. It might have been 45 earlier, but it's not 45 now. But 39 is still very comfortable out here for me. And for you Celsius folks, it's something like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, something like that. Don't quote me on that. And there we go. That's nice, right? And let's see what the temperature of the grill here is. Now I've got a metal plate over the electric element. Ooh, 642 degrees. Now that's getting screaming hot, right? And what that does is it provides a surface for the fat to drip onto, which then burns, and then that adds those good carcinogens that really make your meat taste great off the barbecue. You can't do without those. That was another addition. The smoked wood chips I've got on one side, and then the hot plate is on the other. And both are made of cast iron, so they're not burning or going to do anything like that. All right, I'm going to shut off for now, and I'll be back in a few minutes with, well, I don't think I'll bother showing you putting the mushrooms on. I'll get back with you when, excuse me, when I am ready to throw the steak on. Okay? See you in a bit. Right now, I'm going to go have a little hair of the dog. Oh boy. And that is the steak over there. Perfect part of the barbecue. Okay. We're back. It's time to put on the steak. And one thing here is we're going to forego the barbecue sauce because I can't get the fucking top off the bottle. Okay. And here comes the steak. Let's see how everything's doing inside the smoke chamber. Whoa. Got some fire going here. My chips have gone on fire. That's what's going on there. And I need some water. But for now, once I put the top back on, we'll be alright. And steak is there. And top goes back down and put out that fire. And deprive it of oxygen. Well, the baked potato should be pretty baked, right? Now the steak should go pretty fast. And we are at a temperature, according to the outside thermometer here, of, whoa, like 700 degrees or something like that. It's cooking inside there. And I'm going to need some water or something. Next time I open this sucker up, it's gonna flare up again. Whoa. Shit. Have to do without the water because I'll be leaving the steak on too long if I go get it. It'll take me too long. Okay, and here we go again. More fire. Yes. No more fire. Yay. And let's get this turned over. Let's see if we're nicely seared. Yeah, pretty good. And as we all know, I like my meat rare. And take that potato off because it is done, I am sure. Maybe overdone, who knows. Okay. The mushrooms I'll take off in a minute. Oh, I can't wait, gang. I'm looking forward to a nice juicy ribeye. Smoked nicely, seared nicely, and still mooing on the inside. Hopefully. And we're down to, after opening up, We're down to 425 on the pedometer. Let's see how it comes out. Now, I could foolproof this. I have like a little electronic probe remote that you can stick inside the meat and tells you the temperature of the interior. But I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. The way I did when I was a kid. I never had one of those fucking thermometers. So, no thermometer. I'm guessing. And I'm hoping for the best. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's take the mushrooms off. Okay. Mushrooms off. I'm going to steak these a little longer. Put it right over the chips. The standing up business is exhausting. I need to get back into my computer chair where I belong. Okay. 30 more seconds on this side. And let's do the other side. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Oh, look at those nice grill marks. Oh, that's really looking good. Let's hope it looks as good on the inside. We'll find out pretty soon. Okay, gang, I'm going to shut down here on the cameras because I got to get this thing off and get it inside and plate it up and ready to cut into. And get the cameras all set up back inside. Alright, so I will see you there in a few minutes. We are plated up and ready to go with the holy meal. The first barbecue of the season. And we have our ribeye steak, nice and juicy. As you can see, we haven't seen inside it yet. I don't know exactly its doneness, but I think it's going to be like I like it, pretty rare. And our baked potato, smothered in butter with sour cream and some chives for a little extra flavor. Lots of fat and carbos there. And of course, the mushrooms and the extra mushrooms, because you never have enough mushrooms, and just like you never have enough garlic. And the aroma, let me tell you, the aroma here from the rosemary, it's just incredible. Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna cut into it with the cripple arm. Okay, here we go. Cut the rib cap first. Love the rib cap. Oh, that's looking good so far. Look at that juicy fat. Mmm. Mmm. Oh God, steak heaven. Mmm. 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 Got that smoky barbecue flavor. Mmm. That I missed so much over the winter. Oh God, that's good. Oh. Mmm. Alright. Now we have to look at the center cut. The meaty part of the ribeye. Try not to ruin the steak while I do this with my bad arm. God, that's good. Gotta have a nice picture here. Probably gonna carve it up into mincemeat. Okay, just about there. Okay, and so how did the center come out? As we can see, a nice medium rare. Okay, very delicious. Perfect doneness as far as I am concerned. Oh God, I miss that so much over the winter. All right, gang, it's time for me to chow down on this celebratory occasion, and I don't think it could have come at a better time as we watched Europe spin down into oblivion, and as we watch Donald Trump bloviate further and further mess up our situation on the Mexican border, and as we watch Joe Biden sacrificed to the number Me Too altar. Poor Joe. Just couldn't keep his hands off the women. And now he's paying the price. Okay. Other than that, we got a lot more doom coming in the next few weeks, I'm sure. And so that's all the doom. This time, until next time, here on the cooking zone of the Doomstead Diner. Hasta la barbecue.